Hey guys, do you ever feel like your life is controlled by the opinions of other people? That you're always, people are always just giving you their opinion, their ideas, and you feel like you're just super influenced, maybe even really sensitive to it, or this controlling your life. My name is Greg Denning, and today I'm actually in Williamsburg, Virginia. It's beautiful here, I love it. And today I had the privilege to present to an awesome group of youth about this very thing, about learning to live independent of the opinions of others. And I shared this quote from Lao Tzu, and he said, as long as you care about the opinions of other people, you remain their prisoner. Whoa, right? And think how true that is in our lives, that we gets put back into a prison of other people's opinions. And maybe that happens because we're trying to be people pleasers. And you're trying so hard to please everybody, but you can't, because they're all giving different opinions and different ideas, and you spend your whole life trying to make others happy, only to sacrifice your own happiness. Sometimes you're a prisoner because they share their ideas, and you believe those ideas, and you operate in those ideas, and so you're always living your life by somebody else's opinions, and somebody else's ideas, and somebody else's script for you, and they're writing your story. Or maybe the mean things people say just crush you. And as I was growing up, that happened to me. I got made fun of a lot for different things, and I ended up not liking myself and being super insecure. And so literally as a teenager, I was so insecure about my appearance, about my personality, about anything I tried to do, and maybe afraid to try, afraid to be myself. I'm always, trying to conform to this group or that group, and always trying to fit in instead of just being me and singing my song. And you guys, you see this? You see how we end up living as prisoners? And so I want to share this message that each of us can break free of that. And when I did, I came to this point where I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm done caring about what all these people say. And that actually came to me, I had this realization as I was moving. I was ended up on my own, and so I was moving around from place to place to place. And I remember moving from one area to another and being so intensely concerned about what was cool in this area, and then moving to another area and seeing that what was cool was totally different. And I was like, what? It was this huge awakening for me, whoa, it's totally subjective. It depends on the group. This isn't the way things are, it's just the way they are here. And I remember thinking that, you know what? It doesn't matter. I'm just going to be myself and become my very best self. I'm just going to live life. I'm going to sing the song that I was born to sing, and do the thing that I was born to do, that God gave me gifts and talents and abilities and desires to do. I'm going to live my life and stop caring about what other people think. I'm going to listen, and I'm going to consider what they say, but in the end, I'm going to gently but firmly do my thing. And there's a danger. There's a danger we've talked about of living too far, where you're hypersensitive. You're going around with these huge ears listening to everything everybody says. But the other side is going so far that you don't care about anything or anyone, and you just become a jerk. And you just, totally detach yourself from society, and that's not good either way. But we have to find this healthy place where, I like to say it like this, that if I've got a void in here, and if I'm empty in here, then I'm always looking to fill it from other people's opinions. But if I'm filled in here, if I'm full, I'm seeking to be humble and confident, and I'm filled with God's approval and the approval of high ideals and values, right? I'm living purposefully and meaningfully. Then if I'm full, there's no more space for other people's opinions. And I can validate them, and I can value them, and I can hear them, but ultimately I can decide, because I'm filled here, right? And so because I'm full, I can make those value choices. Oh, and it transformed my life, and I've watched it transform thousands of people. That as we start detaching from this hyper concern. And if you ask yourself, like, why am I so concerned? Why do I care so much about what other people think? And as I've asked that to groups around the world, it usually comes down to we want to fit in. We want people to like us. And when you say, why did that? We have this fear of not being liked, of being alone, of having no friends. And when we face that fear, and we can let go of that and detach from it and seek to be our very best self and seek to surround ourselves with people who will love us and embrace us for who we are, like just everything, like flaws and insecurities and all of it, right? As we are striving to be our very best self, but if we surround ourselves with people like that, then we're free. We get out of that prison, we break out of that cage so we can be free to live our life and write our own story instead of handing over the pen to somebody else. And I can go around and I don't have to worry about the labels and the names that people say to me, and I don't have to be concerned or afraid that people might judge or misjudge my actions, but I can just be me. And once we have that freedom, you guys, whoa, then you feel alive. Then you get up each day and say, what can I do? What can I do to be my best self? What can I do to be truly happy? What can I do to make a difference in the world? Instead of getting up and like, I hope people like me, and I hope they, like what I'm wearing and what I'm saying and what I'm doing, and I hope I'm doing the right thing so that people will let me in. You know what I'm saying? You see that difference? And so I just wanted to share this thought today. Like, I went through this, and it was brutal, and I lived in that prison. I was a prisoner. I was stuck in that cage of being hypersensitive to the opinions of other people, to where I believed what they said, and it affected me, and I was insecure, and then I was trying to fit in here and doing things that I didn't want to do, or not doing things that I did want to do because I was just trying to live by other people's opinions. But at the end of the day, my friends, this is the most important thing right here. This is the most important thing. At the end of the day, it really doesn't matter what other people say, because it only matters what you say. So the battle isn't with other people. It's the battle's right here, because other people, what they say and what they think and their opinions and ideas and their influence can have zero influence in your life, or it can have tremendous influence in your life, depending on the influence that you allow, depending on the power that you give it. And so it doesn't matter so much what other people say about you, but what you say and believe about yourself. And I want to tell you that you're awesome, and that you're special, and you're valuable, and you have awesome sauce inside of you, genius, the special gifts and abilities and talents that only you have. And don't compare, don't compete, because right now you're like, well, but I'm not as good as that person. Don't do that. Just your own unique you. That unique specialness that only you have. And you have to give that to the world and the people around you. They need it. They need you. We all need you. So believe that, and kindly but firmly set other people's opinions to the side. You can listen, you consider, you can think, you can reflect on them, but at the end of the day, you gently but firmly follow your own path and live independent of the opinions of other people. Whoa! And then life gets awesome. So remember, awesome is always an option. Reach upward.